All right, here we go. We're underway. Carlos Vera versus Brad Katona, the Ultimate Fighter. This is the episode 5, the 5th fight. Carlos Vera representing Team McGregor. Brad Katona representing Team Chandler, and Team Chandler is up 4-0. The veterans are dominating the prospects, and they could really use Carlos Vera here. He's 12-3. Katona's 12-2, so both guys riding a 4-fight win streak. Now, you got both guys landing leg kicks early, but Brad Katona's been in there with the likes of Merab Dvalishvili, Hunter Azur. He's got, some good competitive fights against some of the best fighters in the division. So this is going to be a tough outing for Carlos Vera. Ooh, and Katona comes in with a left and a right early. Now he pins Carlos Vera against the fence, and he's digging the underhook, so he's in good position here. And who knows how this fight turns out, but you can already tell that both of these guys are highly skilled. It might be one of the better fighters so far for Team McGregor. He's just up against a tough fighter in Katona. And Katona continues to pressure Carlos Vera up against the fence. And he's content now, driving the knee. Carlos Vera is just fighting for position. He's doing a good job, but he cannot get underneath. He cannot dig the underhooks because Katona's got the head on the hip. And a nice left there by Katona. And a right knee. Now he's looking for the takedown. He gets it. And he sits down Carlos Vera against the fence. And now Katona lands a big left. Man. Well, I tell you, if Team McGregor loses this one, he's going to be fired up, man. He's getting embarrassed by Team Chandler. But what are you going to do when you got veterans up and down the roster for Team Chandler? I mean, it's a tough situation. Both guys still in the clinch. Now Vera works his way back up against the fence. That's a good job there. And really, Katona's a guy that should have never left the UFC. I mean, he lost to Hunter Azur and Merab Dvalishvili and got booted. And, you fast forward a few years later, Merab Dvalishvili is a fight away from fighting for the belt. So it turns out that, he went the distance with a very, very, very good fighter. Now Katona lands another takedown. He's in top position. And you see the worry on McGregor's face. And as we said yesterday in the podcast, I mean, McGregor's not in the business of losing. And then it's one thing to lose and it's another thing to get embarrassed. And his team is getting embarrassed right now. I mean, even if they ran the table, which isn't going to happen, it would still be tied. And Katona just dominating this fight right now on the ground. He's got 2 takedowns. And Carlos Vera can do nothing but just play defense. McGregor's giving him some instructions from the side. He continues coaching, though. You got to give it to McGregor. I mean, he continues coaching despite the situation. He's continually coaching. He's more fired up for each fight, training harder. Boy, and some big shots now by Katona. Another right. A second right. And Vera's trying to get him off. He's hanging tough right now, but he just cannot get off his back. About a minute left in the first round. And remember, at the Ultimate Fighter, they're guaranteed 2 rounds. They're not guaranteed a third, unless it's 1-1 on at least 2 judges' scorecards. Oh, man, and now Katona's taking the back. Look at this. Vera's in a little bit of trouble here. He's giving up the back. Katona's trying to get underneath, but he can't. Now Vera gets up and reverses it. Okay. This might be the first time Team McGregor's in a controlling position. As Carlos Vera stands up, and now he's in top. Now he's pounding away with the right. And another right. Okay. And you see Katona peek at the clock. Dana White explained how good of a fight this was. Katona certainly deserves another chance in the UFC. Carlos Vera's been knocking on the door for some time, especially with the 4-fight win streak. And that's really what got them both in this situation. And according to the coaches, this is a 2 versus 3 matchup in the division. So the first round comes to an end. And it seems to me like Brad Katona won that round. And it's going to force Carlos Vera to win round number 2. Both fighters now getting instructions in the corner. And Carlos Vera's corner is telling him to finish. You got to finish. And no time to panic right now. This is a time for Team McGregor to really turn things around. Carlos Vera's got to win this round. And every fight, Team McGregor's gotten a little bit better, right? Starting with the first fight with the 8-second KO. Then the second fight was a first-round KO. Round 2's underway now. Then fight 3, it went the distance. The last fight went the distance, but it seemed like Team McGregor's fighter was coming on strong late in the second, but couldn't force a third. And if you're Team McGregor now, maybe you can get this fight into the third round and just keep building momentum, which shows the practice is paying off. Carlos Vera with a spinning back kick. And again, it was Katona winning the first round, so it's up to Vera now. He's got to win this round or this fight's going to be over. It's simple as that. And again, Katona goes right for the takedown. Ooh, and Katona gives up, or Katona takes the back, excuse me. Carlos Vera in a little bit of trouble here, same as the previous round. So you got 3 takedowns for Katona right now. And if you're looking at the stats, right, which we don't have in this fight, but basically you got 3 takedowns. Ooh, and he's getting underneath. Carlos Vera pulls out of it. But if you're looking at the stats, you got 3 takedowns for Katona. You probably got 3.5 to 4 minutes of control time. Just completely eliminating the opportunity for significant strikes. And Katona is continually trying to work underneath. You got Carlos Vera trying to pull the hands apart, but he's getting close. And now Vera gets up. Oh, and now he gets to the top position. Okay. And takes side control. Now it's Carlos Vera pounding away. Oh, and the ref stops the fight right when McGregor's team was getting some momentum. Puts the mouthpiece back in. And here we go. And go figure. Now Katona's going to get out of this thing. See, that's what hurt the stoppage right there. Okay, Vera back on top. Nearly has a full mount. That would be huge if he can get the full mount. He's got to pull that right leg over. But Katona gets the half guard. Okay. Let's go, Vera. Get the full mount now. Oh, and he gets shoved off. Katona's going to get up, but he takes a few rights and a hammer on the way up. Ooh, and a big left and right for Katona. Now both guys are standing. We haven't seen much standing in this fight. It's been on the ground a lot. And as these fighters get tired, the takedowns are tougher because you're a little slower. Ah, back to the clinch. Come on, man. Yeah, Katona's got the leg up. Yep, he's going to get the takedown again. So Vera in a tough position. He's going to have to get back up a third time. That's not easy to do. But he does have a half guard, and now he's got the foot on the hip. He's going to try to shove off here. We'll see if he can do it. Couple hammers. Lands a couple right and a left combination from his back, which is not going to bring a lot of power. And now if you're Katona, you just want to hold this position. Land some strikes, build up the control time. You got 4 takedowns in 2 rounds. And that smells like a loss for Carlos Vera unless he can do something here in the final 2 minutes. And a lot of shouting coming from both corners. A lot of intensity. It has to happen right now. The sense of urgency is deafening right now at the Apex Center. And now you see McGregor. He's standing. He's going crazy. Fitted in the suit, as always. Come on, Vera. You got to get up, man. And he's stuck on his back. Katona doing a great job of building control time in this fight. I just don't see an avenue for Katona to get 2 judges to give him a round. Yeah, he's got to get up. 25 seconds left in the fight. And Carlos Vera is not fighting bad. I mean, he's fighting a tough Brad Katona. I mean, they're both tough. They're both riding 4-fight win streaks, but Katona's just controlling this fight. Oh, and Vera's going to try to... Oh, he reverses and he's going to try to sink this in with about 10 seconds left. I don't think he's going to get it. And that's the bell. And McGregor saying, give us a 3rd round, but I just don't see it. I just don't see it. There's no argument you can make that Carlos Vera won a round there. This fight should be a done deal. Yeah. We got a decision. And McGregor's not looking happy. And he's about to explode any minute. Oh, McGregor's coming in the octagon. Here we go. And he tells both of them, good fight. He said, give us 3 rounds, lads. Oh, that's funny. Oh, here we go. It's going to go down now. Okay, here we go. All right, winner by unanimous decision, Brad Katona. So he's going to get the win here. And we'll see if we get any words after the fight. But bottom line is Brad Katona gets the win in dominating fashion over Carlos Vera at the Ultimate Fighter Season 31.